What is up, you horror nerds? It is me, your host, once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I bring you a zombie film. Let's talk about it. It's 2018 release, rated R, Patient Zero. Look at that. It runs for an hour and 35 minutes. If you haven't heard of this one, not surprised, but that's okay. Let's get you connected. In the pandemic thriller, Patient Zero, humanity is battling intelligent, adrenaline-fueled creatures born from a viral super strain. After being bitten, human survivor Morgan, played by Matt Smith, realizes he is asymptomatic and can communicate with the infected, leading the last survivors on the hunt for Patient Zero and a cure. So I will say, when I see these style of movies, I do think, 28 days later, okay, this could happen. I'm sure there's something in some lab somewhere, especially living in a post-COVID world, that there's something that could get out and make people freaking nuts and just have rage. And that's kind of what this feels like, is like a rage virus, but they're hungry for flesh, but there's not much groundbreaking here with this film. Like I said, it reminds me of the rage virus from 28 Days Later, but the problem that I have with this one is that they're still coherent. They still know what's going on. Like, they're strapped to a chair and he's like, I want to eat your brain, but let's talk about why you're not doing this and you're doing that. And they're having a full-blown conversation, but there's so much anger that they want to eat people. It just does not compute and that doesn't jive with what I would think it's really like. You know what I mean? But here I am. Like I said, it features Matt Smith, who, of course, was in the Doctor Who TV series and also Morbius. So he did a good job. Also featured Natalie Dormer, who was in Game of Thrones, alongside John Bradley, who was actually in Game of Thrones as well. He was in it. And Natalie was also in Hunger Games Part 2, while John was actually in American Satan. So not a bad cast. And honestly, the acting really isn't that bad for what it is. The story, like I said, it's got stuff in there, but it's pretty poor writing, to be honest. It was so freaking dull at times, and it was just awful. The worst part was probably the soundtrack. The soundtrack did not build up anything. It didn't give you any excitement, attachment. It's just, I don't know. You might as well have been in a flipping elevator because it was not good. The ending felt abrupt. Felt like they knew they should have just stopped the movie because, you know what? By this point, I think we've already ran everybody out of the theater and they've turned off their DVD players. So let's just go ahead and shut it down. That's how it felt. So, not a great movie. Again, cinematography, and the acting, but story, bleh. 4 out of 10 is what I'm giving it. Patient Zero. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. Share the channel if you please. I would love it. And stick around. I got more coming soon.